What up, YouTube? G4 Liddy here, once again back with another late night video for you guys. And this is going to be another personal vlog. You know, I do these personal vlogs so my subscribers could get to know more about me and my life, and I could get to know more about you guys as well, you know, so we could connect on more levels and shit, you know. I'm not sure what number vlog this is. It might be 8, it might be 9, but the topic is going to be ex-girlfriends. The reason I want to talk about ex-girlfriends because I just sat here thinking, you know, it seems like I date the same females repeatedly. I date the same females over and over and over. And when I say the same things over and over, I don't mean personality wise. I mean the same trend, and what they do is the same. Like, that's what I mean. I don't mean their personality is the same. I just mean the trend and the way things happen. That's what I mean. And the trend basically is they come into my life and shit, you know, they start speaking that game again, saying they love me, they like me, they want to be together forever, you know, singing that same old classic song women are known to sing, you know, to get, to keep a nigga, you know. So, and I end up believing the shit, you know, we end up being together for a couple months or some shit. I'm thinking the relationship going good as fuck. She end up cheating on some bullshit with some whack ass dude, you know, that and that fucks up the whole relationship. She cheats for no reason, basically, you know, and the relationship ends. And I cut the person off. They still want to talk or whatever. I cut the person off and shit. We quit talking for a couple months, and then we start talking again. You know, I figure, hey, we can at least be friends and shit. I don't see the harm in that, you know. So we end up being friends and shit, and then out of nowhere, you know, she ignores me. She ignores me, you know. But it's weird because we were such close friends, but you know, she was saying I was like one of her best friends and shit. And I could be best friends with one of my exes, and then out of nowhere, just ignore her. Just ignore the fuck out of me, you know. And then I go to ask why, you know, and it turns out she with a new nigga. You know, and the funny thing about the new guy she be with, I look at this, Facebook tells a lie, you know, and the funny thing is, everything she told that dude, or the dudes after me, is the exact same shit she told me, you know, when she was in a relationship with me, you know, the same bullshit, the same lines, word for word, you know, and I find that to be funny. So I'll be like, okay, you don't want to talk, whatever, fuck it, you know, my feelings be kind of hurt about it, you know, because, like I said, I be believing chicks, you know, when they be like, okay, we best friends and shit, you know, I don't know, I put a lot into friendships and shit, you know, so when somebody just randomly ends that shit, you know, it affects me, I ain't gonna lie, it affects me in some way. So, when they stop, so I eventually get past it, and then the funny thing happens, you know, where their relationships start fucking up, the new dudes start fucking up, start cheating on her, or maybe abusing her, and they fighting more and more and shit, and their relationship essentially falls apart. And this the part that's funny as fuck. When their relationship starts falling apart, who's the first person they hit up? Who's the first person they call? Who the first person they text? This guy right here. And the bullshit that they do, what do they say? They be like, oh, I love you, I miss you, singing that same old classic bullshit over again, repeatedly, you know. And stupid me, you know, like something that I really need to get over is being naive. The stupid thing I would do is accept the apology and let them back in my life. Just basically being naive as hell, you know, like I said, just accepting the apology, just being very naive and stupid. And I end up getting close to the person again, getting attached, thinking, okay, things will be different, we're gonna be closer this time around, and me and this person get the vibe, and they saying that same old shit again about how they love me, they care about me, you know, the same shit, you know. And I'll just be believing up until that person that fucked up in a relationship comes back, or a new guy appears and she gets back with him, you know. So while I'm still attached to this person, she goes back to that other person, and what the fuck does she do? She ignores me all over again. Blocks me on the Facebook, blocks me on all social networking sites, you know, block my cell phone number and everything. And I'm just like, well, damn, you know, you came back to me. I wasn't hitting you up. You came and hit me up. So it's kind of like, that's that same trend that it seems like all my exes do that shit, you know. I got a story about the last ex, I mean, not the last ex, but the last time this shit has happened, you know. It was with a girl named Brittany. Me and her dated back in the day, about 2006. The relationship lasted to about 2008. We dated off and on, you know, but we just didn't work. It was kind of a hard, difficult relationship, you know, we just didn't work, so we called it quits or whatever. But then we tried being friends, and we vibed as friends. We was cool as friends, you know. But we always had that that little bit of feeling there, you know, if you know what I mean. We always had the little feeling there, but we just did the friends thing, you know. But eventually, she got with this new nigga named Josh or whatever. And what did she do? Ignored me, blew me off, cut me out. Which is crazy to me because I thought we was better than that, because I thought we was closer than that. But she cuts me out of her life. Then she goes and gets married to this nigga, you know, and still ignoring me. She don't want to hear nothing I got to say. I don't mean nothing to her no more, you know. And it's like, whatever, okay, you don't want to talk to me, it's whatever. I'm over you, I'm gonna go do my own thing. You know, and eventually, this dude she married to starts sleeping with other chicks, start fucking around with his baby mother, you know, and start doing all of this other shit, you know, just cheating on her, making her look like a dumbass and shit. And eventually, although they separate ways and shit. And then she do that same bullshit. She came and hit me back up again, saying, "Hey, I miss you, Rue." Because that was the nickname she called me. She called me Rue. She said, "Hey, I miss you, Rue. I love you. I want to talk to you again." And blah, blah, blah. You know. In the back of my mind, I'm like, "What's the catch, bitch? You know, you ignored me for 2 fucking years. What's the catch over here? Like, why you hitting me up?" She said, "Me and such ain't together no more." And I'm like, okay, you know. So I let this person back in my life or whatever, and we cool. And then she kept telling me like, yeah, I don't talk to him no more, but we still on the same cell phone plan. I'm like, okay, you know. And then she said, I'm like, y'all don't live together? She's like, no, we don't live together, but we separated, we broke up, but his stuff is still in my house. And I'm like, so all his stuff is still in your house, y'all on the same cell phone plan? She's like, yeah, same bank account. I'm like, so y'all got a joint bank account, live in the same house. No, not live in the same house, but he got all his shit in your house. Y'all on the same cell phone plan. I'm like, okay, that's kind of fishy. But I gave her the benefit of the doubt because, you know, so much history there and shit. So I gave her the benefit of the doubt. We got close and shit. She's saying she loved me. She's saying she want to come see me. She want to come kick with me and shit. And then what happens? Does her husband, ex-husband, whatever the fuck, he gets sick or whatever, and what does she do? She goes running back to that nigga and ignoring me again. Can you believe that bullshit? I believed her bullshit sob story, accepted her apology for ignoring me for years out of the blue for zero reason. You know, opened up my heart, you know, did everything I could for this chick, with a shoulder to cry on, did everything to make this chick happy, and that's how I get repaid. I get used, you know, and I can't even be mad all the way because I let the bullshit happen. But I tell you what, I learned a lesson though, you know, because some bitches like to use niggas, you know. When their relationship fall apart, they like to go back to something that feels comfortable. They like to use niggas and start sprouting out all this bullshit. They don't mean like, I love you, I miss you. They don't mean that shit. They just lonely because their relationship fell apart. You know, they just lying out of their ass and shit. So, and I learned from that shit. You know, I guarantee you, that shit never gonna happen again. You know, I moved on. I'm in my own relationship right now. I'm happy. I'm cool. I'm chilling. And I'll never let another ex do that shit to me. You know, if another ex came at me on that same bullshit, saying, I miss you, I love you, I guarantee you I'm gonna tell that hoe to kick rocks. Because I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna do that to myself again. You know, I'm a pretty nice dude, I'm a peace-loving dude, and I don't deserve to be used like that on some bullshit. So, like I said, and it seems like all my ex-girlfriends be on that bullshit. But I'm just happy. I'm not happy I've been through the experience, but I'm kind of glad I went through it, you know, to learn a lesson. You know, can't trust everybody. You know, no matter how close you was with a person, that don't mean shit, you know. So, a lesson learned on my part. But anyways, I'm about to wrap this video up. Had to vent a little bit, you know. This shit wasn't recent though, but had to vent about it, had to talk about it because it was on my mind. But anyways, hit me down in the comments below. Tell me how you feel about the topic. Have you ever been in a situation where an ex tried to use you for something, you know? So drop me a comment, subscribe to this video for more discussions, and go like my Facebook fan page if you haven't. G4 Liddy here signing off. Thank you guys for watching.